Hey
Hey,
everyone.
what's up, YouTube family? Just want to give a big shout out to all our subscribers so far, and hopefully future subscribers. If you haven't subscribed to the page, please do so. We're going to go into part two of how we met, and
Yes.
I'll let her start this portion off because she knows it obviously better than I do because she had it planned out before I even knew. So,
So basically, the first trip down, coming back or whatever, I knew I had a plane ticket already booked to go back down. We were supposed to go down for some event. I don't remember what it was, but I believe we did do Disney. And I was only supposed to be down there for like a few weeks. I winded up being down there for like 7 months, 6 months. I came back in January. Left in August, came back in January. Long story short, situations happened down there, a lot of drama. I ended up getting stuck there. And then I had to come back in January. But we got to celebrate Halloween, Christmas, and Thanksgiving, and my daughter's birthday.
which that was by far, I think, a very hard but definitely a good time.
I don't know how we didn't break up. It was hard. It was bad.
Anybody knows when you're going through a long distance relationship, it's probably, I think, probably one of the hardest, if not the hardest. Um, Hold on, just trying to focus this a little bit, so bear with us on our phone here. Hardest things to go through, especially when it comes down to finances. You know, things were far from easy, I think, at that point, right? When it came to money, a lot of situations on both ends that we were paying for, but we did manage to make just about anything and everything work at that time when it came down to the time of actually doing so, from like Christmas, Thanksgiving, and Leah's birthday. We did make things happen, you know, thank God. You know, big shout out to the people that did help us with the bounce house for Leah's birthday. Won't mention names. And also somebody on Facebook we've never met ever
On
in our life.
Poshmark, actually.
Poshmark, yeah. She reached out and sent us an amazing care package to kind of help out with Christmas, which was pretty cool. We still talk to that person to this day.
We're friends on Facebook.
Still friends.
She helped us out a lot. We struggled. That year that we were down there, it was bad. Like,
it was real bad. So
between drama and money.
God, yeah. And we're not even mentioned, I live in Florida, so everybody knows, and whoever lives in Florida knows, it's extremely hot. And I had this old raggedy beat up truck that didn't even have AC.
Oh, the Mountaineer. I forgot about that.
I had to ride around with our windows down all the time. Car was always constantly having issues. It leaked in the sunroof. Oh man, trying to go to the beach. I mean, just to do just simple things was
a freaking task.
A task in its own. But the one cool thing about it was, was that the second trip when we ended up getting the dog?
Yes.
So we ended up getting my aunt's dog, the Saint Bernard. And I don't know if anybody understands how big a Saint Bernard is. This thing stood about 6 foot tall before it was even 2 years old, and shed like no tomorrow. I mean, I think all the way up into the day I sold my house, years and years down the road, which we'll get to that point too, I was picking up hair. I mean, this thing shed like I could probably build 5 coats. But it was a good dog. That
dog was like a really good dog. Very, very, very protective over my daughter. He was protective over all the kids, but like he favored my daughter. You could not go near her if he did not know you.
And just about everybody in the neighborhood loved that thing. I don't know how many times we had school bus drivers.
People thought it was a horse.
Yeah, drive down the street just to see it. We've had people on Halloween get out of a car thinking it was a horse until the dog stood up and started barking.
And they were like, oh no, it's a dog. And they took off.
And we did have some really good neighbors also to help and support us through some crazy times, and to just, even be able to talk to, 2 doors down from me, big shout out to them. I don't want to mention their names until we actually reach out to them to ask permission, because I would never want to make them upset or feel uncomfortable, but they know who they are. So if you ever come across this video, we truly do love and care about you.
We
miss you guys a ton. I don't know if anybody's had those neighbors, man. Like these neighbors were just phenomenal. Like I don't think I could ever ask.
That's like
for
my
anything.
neighbors from next door that moved away. They were freaking awesome like that. Good thing we have good neighbors moving
Yeah.
in, thank God. But
And even during that second trip, the craziness that went on, we've had some family on both ends that were just unreal. I think anything they could do to try to get us to
everybody tried to
separate.
break us up, saying
It
that we were
was-
cheating on each other, that things were happening, and
it was horrible.
we were getting text messages. We're like literally sitting right next to each other. Oh yeah, Phil's with me, and I'm just like, that's weird.
So that's weird because I'm right here. Or this person's doing this and that person's doing that, and just a lot of drama. Like especially those spoof pages, phone calls.
We
Like
got a lot of.
they
fake
wouldn't never
numbers.
even call us to reach us out from a number that was a legit number. I mean, it was sad, but we did make it. But hurdles, tons of times that I think on both ends we were ready to give up.
And on top of
Mhm.
the whole thing with our relationship, we also had kids from other relationships, so the kids were hard to deal with in a
Yes.
sense because
You
it was new to them.
It was new to them. People were in their ears, so it gets to be really really tough, especially when you get kids that are being told that other person ain't their parent. On my end, it worked out pretty good, but because
My daughter adored him from
Yeah,
day one. Like
she
that's
adored
her.
me.
That's like her little best friend. That's what she used to say. That's my little best friend, but he's bigger than her, obviously.
yeah, so it was definitely a little crazy. So that was like a big portion of our 7 years. One of the most challenging because we were literally around each other like 24/7 for
And then
7
to
months.
go, we went a long time after that. We'll get into that another time.
Yeah,
but
there's gonna
we
be
went a
tons of parts.
long
This
time.
is-
Like
This is 8 years together
yeah.
through thick and thin. I don't know how many times she's tried to want to struggle me.
That's what
strangle me,
else
but-
happened when I was down
Mhm.
there. Your aunt passed away.
Yeah, also my aunt. The one I was probably the closest to, other than my mother. Somebody that no matter what, if you needed something, even if she didn't have it, she would find a way to make it happen.
She was
This
very
woman
nice.
was, I don't think I've ever come across anybody truly like her in my life.
She was
Um,
awesome.
She was definitely awesome, and she's done that not only just with her own family, but even people she didn't know. There's a situation I found out later on in life when I got older, because she always had this car that we were able to drive. It was just an amazing car, and I never understood. Like she's always had a ton of money, so I thought it was just something that she bought. No, what come to find out is she volunteered a lot of time, and she was a nurse for many years, and volunteered a lot of time to help out one of these people that she knew that was old and pretty much at its last portions of life, and she was there, and the person willed her the car, so she ended up getting this car.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, this beautiful car. So it's like not only is she such a great person to just family, but also to just anybody she came across. So she was definitely truly missed. My wife had the opportunity to get to know her too, which was really cool, because there's not too many of my family members that are very easy to be around, let alone to
Same thing on
try
my
to
side.
build a relationship with. And I think every family has that, but it was truly definitely difficult. So, but she could tell you a little bit about how just even being around that person was, I think,
Yeah.
pretty good.
I met her a few times
Mhm.
before. Like she was sick when I met her, but I met her
Mhm.
quite a few times before. Like she got really bad, and then we were there when she was sick, and got a call a few hours after we saw her. Like she was gone.
Yeah, very tough situation. So
Yeah,
we
it
not only
sucks.
in this relationship had to go through the hurdles of being so far apart, juggling lives in two different states.
Mm.
Her dealing with issues in court, me dealing with issues in court, family treating us horribly, on both ends, causing all kinds of problems to try to get us to kind of separate. And then also
tried everything.
death itself, coming across people that we enjoyed to be around, just simply being not there anymore,
Yeah.
and losing some of that support group. We did inherit some other support group from some other family that was pretty good, that we were both able to reach out to, which was pretty cool. My aunt, but I won't mention her name. And she has a son that was an awesome surfer, and he had a little boy. So
I had to.
so she knows who she is.
Yeah. I had to.
Big shout out, and
who it was.
Thank you for listening to both of us and not being that judgmental type of person to choose sides, and keeping us strong where we need to be strong. So anything to add to that? Because I know she would have killed me if she wasn't around. So hey, I salute you. Hats off.
It was not that serious. Well, he's hard to deal with, so maybe it was.
It was hard. And so definitely the big portion of our second trip. The hardest part, I gotta say, towards those trips from that fourth, or from that time forth, was the goodbyes. I don't think the goodbyes ever got any
Our
easier.
first goodbye, I still have pictures. We cried for hours, and then I'm like sitting there, like I cried like a big baby, but I knew I was coming back. He didn't, and it still hurt. I'm like, I knew I was coming back, but it still bothered me. And then that second goodbye, when I came back in January, we went to Disney the night before. Got back at like 1:30 in the morning. I had to finish packing. I had to be at the airport at 4. I almost missed my flight.
Yeah, that was wild.
And we stayed up that whole night before. We hung out, drank champagne, just hung out. We were like, oh, it's the last day here. Did Disney, did all that stuff. Stayed up for over 24 hours. I had to fly back. I came back on my mom's birthday. So I literally came back, and I think we went out to eat with my mom or something. But I was up for like over 24 hours, 48 hours maybe.
And still,
crazy.
No matter what, always on the phone. But you would think that since we were on the phone, and good thing with this, the technology that we have, we were able to see each other, but it's just not the same.
Oh, everybody was like, oh, why are you always on the phone? Because that's the only way I could talk to him. Like, why? Like, why are you bothered that I'm on the phone? Like.
So once again, part 3 will be coming, and that would be explaining some definitely different topics, some even crazier, I think, by far, topics of the relationship and spontaneous parts of the relationship. So we definitely appreciate you guys for kind of giving us the chance to kind of bring out our story. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it. We've been
talking about this, we've been talking about this forever.
Yeah,
we have said forever. People have come to us, oh, you should make a YouTube channel and explain your long distance, because it's crazy that you guys winded up getting married and everything.
Yeah, married
and 2 kids.
long ways away. So thank you for the support. We do truly love each and every one of you. I know we haven't met you guys. Some of you we might not or might even know, but hopefully we can build our family around your family and give you some of our hard times, good times, and maybe even being able to take this and understand that if you're going through a long distance relationship, that
it's not easy.
It's not easy, but it is possible.
Yes.
Anything could be possible, and it's going to take a big commitment and trust, the ability to understand each other, and
very hard
because things could pop up, and you got to be able to grasp that real quick, because somebody can easily just hang up the phone and that's it. You're not there to just go next door and talk to, or drive up the street. And this was a 16-hour drive or a 2.5-hour flight. So, with that said, we're gonna end this video with we love you guys. Keep watching, subscribe, like, share our videos, and welcome to our beautiful Daniels family.
Yes.
Anything else to say?
Nope.
Back at you
Peace,
guys.
like Gabby.
Peace. Like Gabby would do.
Like
Peace.
Gabby.